Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Blackblade and welcome back to another vlog update featuring our Witch Ice Spear build. Alright, so let's get into the skill tree real quick right here. So we are going to be using the Witch for this build, and we've started to get out of the spell damage and cast speed nodes over here, ending with elemental dominion. Then when we went to the right over here to get the practical application and the deep wisdom, we did go down over here to get some more mana and mana regeneration. Again, before I continue, you may want to use the combination of Eldritch Battery and Zealot's Oath. Now, the only reason that I'm not really using the Eldritch Battery is because of the fact that I don't have really good ES gear. So yeah, if you have really good ES gear, so that you won't have any problems when it comes to your mana, I suggest you go with the Eldritch Battery, the Zealot's Oath build, and while you're at there, also get the Mind Over Matter, which will give you a 30% damage mitigation. Of course, the damage will be taken by mana before your life. So if you can get that combination, go ahead and do so. Otherwise, you're stuck with mana like me. Alright, so we did go over up here to get the Heart and Soul for some mana and life. And then we went over to the right side to get the Throat Seeker and for the increased critical strike multiplier. We went down over here to get some life nodes. And then we went down over here to get the Doomcast for the crit strike chance for spells and multiplier for spells. And then we went down over here towards the Shadow skill tree to get the Cold Hearted calculation, and then ending with the Assassination. And then we went up to get the Annihilation and for the crit strike chance for spells and multiplier for spells, since this will be a crit build. And then we went up over here to get a jeweled socket. I did get the previous jeweled socket. You might have seen this in some of my builds, but what we have there is an 8% increased critical strike multiplier, an 8% increased maximum mana. If you can, get some more critical strike chances, if you can, or a higher roll of global critical strike multiplier. And then we went over to the left side over here to take mana and deep thoughts, and then to get some more life nodes right there. And then we went over down over here to get the some more life nodes over here and the purity of flesh. And then we went down over here to get some cold and lightning damage, cold damage, and then the Storm Weaver. As you can see, as you may have noticed, I am trying to hit on every mana regeneration nodes as I can, since this will be a mana-based build. But if you have good ES gear, then I suggest that you go with the Eldritch Battery route instead. And then I went down over here to get the mana regeneration life and then quick recovery. And then I went down over here to get the retribution and then some more life nodes over here. Again, the sanctity. And then I went to the right side over here in the Templar's tree to get mana, life, and regeneration, mana and life, and again mana, regeneration, and life. And then I went to the left side over here to get the Righteous Decree, mana and and reduced mana cost, and then again mana and then reduced mana cost. Since the Ice Spear will be mana intensive, I took into consideration decreasing the mana cost of the Ice Spear. And then I went over to the left side over here to get the Elementalist, the Light of Divinity, and then I went down over here to get the Devotion again for some more life nodes. And then I went to the left side to get another jeweled socket. This time I have an increased maximum life, since I'm kind of missing some life, so I wanted to bump that up a little bit. And then we get an increased freeze duration on enemies, and then a 2% chance again to freeze. But first this was a blue item, then I tried to wriggle it, but when I wriggled it, it rolled an 8% increased trap throwing speed, which is actually pretty bad. So yeah, but if you can get some crit hit damage, what I mean is critical strike multiplier or critical strike chance, if it can roll with this with these attributes. And then we went over down finally over here to get the Celestial Judgment and Celestial Judgment and the Celestial Punishment. Alright, so since we are at level 84, you could probably push it to level 90. You may want to get another jeweled socket over here, or if you're like me and you're missing life, you may want to go down over here to get some more life and energy shield nodes. Alright, so I guess that's about it when it comes to the skill tree. Let's go to our gear. We are going to be dual wielding the Divinarius for this build for the crit strike chance, global crit strike chance and the global critical strike chance for our spells, and then we get a huge, you know, increased spell damage. And so with that one, and for our rings, we are going to be using a diamond ring with life and mana regeneration rate, since this is a mana hungry build. So yeah, the mana regeneration rate will actually pretty much help us. For other ring, we are going to be using an unset ring. Now the only reason that that I'm using this one is for the fact that this one rolled a 58% increased mana regeneration rate, some good roll of resistances in there. So of course, I decided to add some life over there. For armor, we are going to be using a 6th link armor, again life and resist. For gloves, we are going to be using the Maligar's Virtuosity. For belt, we are going to be using a rustic. We are going to be using a rustic stash for life and then resist. It doesn't really matter what type of belt you're going to be using, just as long as it has life and then good resistances, you're good to go. For boots, we are going to be using this one, life, 3 great resistances, and some increased rarity of items found. For helm, I'm going to be using this one for life again and then resistances. Now for our gems, what is connected to our ice spear will be increased critical damage, lessen multiple projectiles, spell echo, faster casting, and then attached to life leech. For other gems, we are going to be using enduring cry, attached to increased duration, enhance. And for our movement skill, I decided to use the phase run for this one, but you can use the typical combination of lightning warp, reduced duration, and faster casting if you want to. But for me, I wanted to experiment a little bit on phase run, so I'm going to be using that one for our movement skill gem. For other skill gem, I'm going to be using the typical combination of CWDT, Molten Shell, Increased Duration, and Immortal Call. Other skill gems, we're going to be using Summon Chaos Golem. Now you may want to go with the Green Golem if you want to increase your critical strike chance, but I'm going to be using this one since we are using a Witch and we are focused on the top. Getting armor is going to be a little bit difficult, so I wanted to get some more additional physical damage reduction of 4%. Excuse me, attached to Arctic Armor and Herald of Ice. For other skill gems, we are going to be using the Curse Assassin's Mark, attached to Arc and Spell Echo and Curse on Hit. And for our final skill gem set, we are going to be using Herald of Thunder, attached to Power Charge on Critical and Life Leech. Our level is at 84. Our life is at 4k, which is actually pretty bad. You may want to bump that up to at least 4.3 or 4.5 minimum. So I'm under the minimum. So this is a bad way to start off the build or to end the build. So that's why I think I'm going to go down here to get some more life when I could level up this character some more. The damage of the Ice Spear is at 16.4k, but of course that goes up once our power charges are up. And our spell critical strike chance is at 48%, and our spell critical strike multiplier is at 573. Defensively, our armor is bad at 622. And our fire, cold, and lightning resistances are all capped, with our chaos resistance sitting at negative 20%. Our mana regeneration is at 103 points. Alright, so the map that we are going to be using is an Armored Temple map. This is your typical leveling map. As you can see, 22% more magic monsters, 20% monster physical damage reduction, and magic monsters have a bloodline mod thing. Alright, so the reason that I'm only going to be using a level 23 map is I ran out of level 74 maps while trying to level up the character, so I do apologize for that one. And just to get just in order for you guys to know what you're getting in, what the build is getting into. Alright, so let us begin. So I do apologize if I cough every now and then. I'm still kind of sick a little bit, but I'm feeling a little bit much more better right now. Right, so we are doing real great, I think. Yeah, so I'm enjoying the phase run because of the movement properties. But if you can, you can use the typical combination of the lightning warp if you're not really comfortable with phase run. But for me, it's doing quite all right, I guess. I mean, it's not that bad. Whoa! What is going on? All right, so I've encountered a little bit. Hi, Tora. A little bit of desync right there. So I've been hearing news that the damage of the Ice Spear is actually nerfed. So, but I'm not exactly sure if that is correct. So let me know if that is correct, because I've been looking through, you know, I've been reading through the build, you know, trying to get some ideas on how I could actually, you know, make the build a little bit better than you know I previously did before. So yeah, and I've read somewhere that the damage has been actually nerfed. But in my opinion, you know, even though if they nerfed it, just as long as you get a really good crit hit damage, you know, I think the build will, or the skill gem is actually still okay. The highest map that I was able to do is at about 75. So yeah, it's still good. It's still good in my opinion. It's really not that bad. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. My golem died. Alright, and that is dead. Okay, so let's try going up. Maybe she's on Baby Piety is on the upper left side. Come on. Excuse me. Spirit walkers, huh? And yeah, they did release a patch like today or yesterday. I'm not exactly sure because I wasn't able to log in yesterday. But they did release a patch that they removed the Thorns mod for the Bloodlines, I think. I don't know why they did that. I thought that the Thorns mobs was actually pretty awesome, because you'll never know what do you call this if you don't read the monster description properly, and you may actually die with 1 or 2 hits because of the reflect that they do. And I thought that it was funny sometimes, but yeah, they did remove it. Alright, I'm taking too much time here. I'm not exactly sure if I could do this a little bit faster, because I don't have any movement speed when it comes to my boots. Yeah, but the boots is actually pretty good, and it's just lacking of flame bearers. These guys are assholes. Flame bearers and the frost things. You know, those things that actually cast some freezing shit when they die. I really hate those. Especially if I you know if I don't read that they are actually frost bearers or flame bearers. Yeah, because sometimes if you're playing the game like over and over again, you get into this haze that sometimes you don't tend to read the mods that are attached to the monsters, and yeah, it's actually pretty bad sometimes. Alright, so we've got whoa, we've got oh god, we already died before I could even finish my sentence. Yeah, if you didn't know, that was a unique monster, and we also have another unique monster over here. Alright, Strongbox, let's go. No, cast only Lightning Storm. Yeah, that's pretty easy. Oh god, why is my computer running low? Running so slow. Alright, that was easy. And we've got all of those. Hold on, is there something that I need to get over here that I might be missing? Oh, anyway, I'm just gonna go back after I finish Piety. Or, oh my god, this is already Piety! Holy shit! I didn't even notice. Hold on, okay. Whoa, 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 get the fuck out of there. Who the hell is casting the slow? Is it Piety? Oh fuck, son of a bitch! Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, I am doing less damage. I wonder why. Whoa, 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 whoa! Get the fuck out of there! So as you can see, we cannot tank the damage of Piety. Oh god, this is taking a long time. Am I even hitting her? I don't think I'm hitting her. Alright, I ran out of flasks. Hold on. Whoa, 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 whoa. Shit, son of a bitch! I think I'm gonna die. Hold on, I think I'm not going to be able to kill her without any flash, so I'm going home. Hold on, just a second. Alright, so I think she's dead. Whew, that took some time. Alright, so again, let me know what you guys think about the build in the comment section down below. And thank you all so much for watching. If you guys enjoy the content, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'm gonna see you guys on the next part of my video. Have a good one.